Hello, I'm Anthony Pitar.
And I'm Mark McGrady.
And I'm Playable.
And we are the founders of Playable Therapy. What if I offered you a drug that had no adverse side effects and made you faster, stronger, and healthier overall? You guys would probably be interested in something like that, right? What I just described is exercise. Exercise is one of the most powerful drugs a healthcare provider can prescribe to a patient. It can get someone out of their rut, give them the confidence and energy to stand in front of judges, and in my line of work, physical therapy, it can get their patients back on their feet. What our problem is PT patients aren't doing their at-home exercises. According to a study, 65% of all PT patients don't fully adhere to their exercise program. This is a terrible number, given the fact that over 9 million patients go through PT in 2007, and that number has dramatically increased due to the rapid growth in the industry. Another problem is that patients aren't able to go to physical therapy 2, let alone 3 times a week anymore. This puts an added stress on the appointments themselves, making them only as guides, where the exercises is where the home exercises is where the real work comes in, getting those gains of range of motion, strength, and balance. This is like dieting once a week and expecting to see weight loss. You're not going to see the full benefits. And this brings us to our opportunity. At-home exercises are becoming more important. This image right here is the industry standard right now in physical therapy. It is out of date. It's time for an update. What we have is, we found an article that highlights the customer pains, the reason why patients don't do their exercises. First, exercise discomfort. This could be due to the fact that they're doing it in proper form. Low self-efficacy due to the fact that they don't have an understanding of the exercise and someone's not home with them doing them with them. And lastly, demotivated, meaning the exercise may be boring and they're not seeing the progressions they wanted. With Playable Therapy, we can solve these issues and revolutionize the PT field, making physical therapy more advanced, more efficient, but most importantly, playable.
Playable Therapy is our platform for at-home patient exercise monitoring. It works by prescribing the patient an interactive model recorded using a 3D, using the Kinect of an exercise that they have to do. Unique exercises can be recorded at the PT office as well to suit each patient's needs. The Kinect follows that exercise at home using the Kinect, which records our session and sends it to the PT office via the internet or through a flash drive. We use the affordable Kinect sensor because it's able to track joints, limbs, facial expressions, and heartbeat. We're able to use this data to further improve recovery by highlighting exercises which may cause the patient pain or discomfort, and for future appointments, the PT doctor is able to go over those areas with the patient for further improvement. Also, Playable Therapy allows the patient to see their improvements over time, such as an increased range of motion, relaxed heartbeat, and a more improved balance. Setup is as simple as taking an Xbox Kinect, plugging it into your Windows PC or Xbox One, and getting a download code from the PT office to install the software straight from the Microsoft Store.
So we may define therapy as a search for value. Abraham Maslow said that. Abraham Maslow said that, and in one of his books, A Theory of Human Motivation. Now there's a lot we can say about human motivation, you know what I mean? But we can all agree, simple things about human motivation is that humans need to be motivated, rewarded, and encouraged for all their endeavors. Now, like, human beings are simple, you know what I mean? We like to see results, and we like to see results quick. And video games have that influence on a person's mind. They have the influence to be able to feed into that reward system and to be able to get a person's motivation at an all-time high. And that's what we're going to be that's what we're showing you here today. And what we're designing is a lot more than that. Playable Therapy, we're going to go much further into the psychology of the human mind to influence not only reward-based actions, but reward-based decision-making. Because we want people to be safe, healthy, and ultimately happy before, during, and after physical therapy sessions. Now you might be wondering what we're doing, and it might be out of the ordinary. And we agree, it is out of the ordinary. And we are prepared to return to this because we are pretty sure of where we're heading with this in the future. In the sense that, thank you.
Any questions?
Have you built a prototype at all yet? With that, or some type of prototype right now?
Yes, actually, the first demo you see, it's using the Unity 3D game engine, which allows us to port it easily between Windows, Xbox, iOS, PlayStation, a lot of different devices. Right now, it's tracking all the joints. It's using a lot of things built into the Kinect SDK. What you see right here is the raw data coming from the Kinect, which we're able to use for programming purposes, and a lot of things are done for you, such as like the hand tracking and that, and we're using that data to further improve and create our own algorithms. So, like I said, with the heartbeat and
Will you be reading heartbeat, pulse?
Yep, the way it uses that is the camera is able to see a more like a diverse spectrum of colors than the human eye, so it can see through pigment changes in your skin,
Okay.
your heartbeat, and that's what we're going to be using for.
So it's beyond Skype with.
Yes, yes.
Is the camera part of the technology? Is that an existing product?
That's an existing product. Right now, it costs about $200 to purchase for a consumer version, which is affordable in terms of like most medical devices. The software itself will be what we're mostly getting commission for, though, and we're looking to use the Windows Marketplace, which is an existing channel to publish through, and it's a lot more straightforward than other possible routes of or other channels.
Now I know you guys have entrepreneurial mindedness. Do you have any questions regarding anything? Any questions regarding that in terms of our plan?
How do you expect to get paid?
Well, yeah, the way we plan to work with, insurance. If that doesn't work, we could move on to health and fitness and just release it as a standalone app.
And currently, Mark and I are the programmers right now on the team, and the way we're designing the system is going to revolve around heavily what's unique about a product, the feedback system, being able to give that immediate feedback to users. That feedback system, we're designing it from the ground up in a very modular fashion. That way, it can be extendable. It can be further down the road as an enterprise solution, because that's really where we see the most profit coming from a solution like this. Because you guys can easily ask, why can't someone just pick this idea and just do it on their own? Well, if we make it as modular as possible and we get there first, we execute it right, I mean, that's it. I mean,
We can
that's really.
So you have to pretty much, just make sure I understand that your primary sale has to be to the physical therapy office
Yes.
and build the credibility that this is a solution that they can send somebody home. It's going to give them meaningful data, real time, day after day, and in between visits. So you have to get that's your first market, and then you have to help them sell it to their to the patients, I guess, at that point. And what you're selling then is a license to the exercise physiologist or the physical therapist to issue.
Yes.
Is it the user baselines? Is it the process baselines?
So, what
And
are,
then, but the follow-up not is, and then do they have to download an app at home if I'm the user? I have to download something too. Is there a user fee on that side too? So I'm just trying to understand
well,
if that's even thought about it, just.
Well, for the user side, we're trying to make it as easy as like setting up a video game console or like setting up a video game. If we're able to do it with using the Microsoft Store, it'll be as easy as installing an app onto your iPhone.
Just like a download.
Yeah, you just download
So it
it.
would be free with the key.
Yeah,
it would
like,
be a redeemable code.
yeah,
So we're going through the PT office.
yeah.
That's
But
what we're selling it to. And after the physical therapy, our idea is, once we have a firm base in the PT market, branch out to the other health industries, have yoga classes, martial art classes, stuff like that. So when the patient is healthy, we can say, hey, we liked our product. How about this? We have this to offer. We have this to offer. So that's how we extend pretty much want to expand our business.
But at the end of the day, the PT has to get the insurance to approve for this, because it's gonna be paid to the insurance, not by the end user, am I agree?
It could be either paid by the PT office, they can purchase it from us.
Right.
But when I went to go talk to Spalding Rehab about this, and they thought since it's our product would be something an insurance company would want to pay for, because it would help them recover quicker and get them out of the.
It's saving money at the
Yeah,
end of the day.
exactly.
You
It's
want
at the end of the day, it's saving them
somehow
money.
gonna get healthy quickly.
There'd be another component of the overall claim cost.
Right, that's what I'm thinking
So
about.
each visit you have to pay so much money,
Right.
you know, as a co-payment, usually if you look at HMO.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I want to compliment you on your beginning. You engaged me, that was well thought out beginning of speaking. You engaged us with, how can, you know, what can I do? What is this all about? And it's better than a dry beginning, so that was excellent. Now, I'm thinking about the fact that most people who are in therapy, I know it goes all ages, but I think most people who are in therapy are your older geriatric group of people. Now, this is all kind of computer driven, right? A lot of these older folks don't have computers. They're not of the computer age. So how are you going to fill that gap? What are you guys gonna
I
do?
got this. So at the PT office, we will sell them laptops with our software in them for people that don't have Microsoft products. So we can give them the laptop. At first, it's going to be the prototype is like a smaller laptop. We hope to get it smaller and smaller over time. But we give them the laptop, and all they would have to do is an HDMI cord into the TV, and they'll be all up and running.
We realized during the programming that
Minimum education.
Yes,
You
but
don't have to
also
educate
plug and
them.
play
But
as
also,
well.
Yeah,
Depending on the licensing cost, you can almost give them away.
but also, the older population in nursing homes love the Nintendo Wii. They love to be to interact with that type of software. So we don't find that they're going to be turned off by this technology.
Plus, I don't think I'm that old yet, I've been to physical therapy several times, right, and that, it wouldn't have been, you know,
but you have a computer, you know.
on crutches, so.
Yeah, but I'm saying that
it is
most young
essential.
folks are computer savvy.
Yes.
They can do something with a computer.
Is it gonna be interactive? Let's say you have a person that had a knee replacement, and they're gonna have to be specific exercises. So you do the wrong exercise with the knee.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna, so how do you balance this without doing the wrong, how are they gonna know who's watching this?
So the PT is going to pick the exercises
Okay.
for them.
So it'll be pre-programmed.
It's
Yeah.
pre-programmed.
All right, all right.
So basically, the interface for the end user and the doctor that prescribes it will be completely different. He sees one thing, the patient sees the other.
Well, what I do see is that you will be able to take some of the physical activities that you're gonna have to do at PT, and you could do the ones that you do not need that person to help you with. They could be done at home if they're gonna be very specific. But they have to be watched, you know, that's the thing.
And that's just, they can monitor it, right, they can run it too fast, we just see if you have the right.
We're close, right, we're close. Okay, but at this time, what is the patient going to see at home? The stick figure type thing?
Yeah,
The
oh,
stick figure?
Yes, it'll be
Like this? Okay.
This one.
They're
So,
going to
that's
see
right.
this?
they follow this
Oh,
auto
I'm
right
sorry,
here.
that little thing at the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they'll follow something like that. We're trying to change up the user
Yeah.
interface to make
Yeah.
it look nicer. But yeah, they'll have a 3D
The
model.
better they
to
can
follow.
see the 3D,
Yeah.
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
And
the
the
better.
skeleton is basically just to demonstrate the
Yeah.
joint tracking
Okay.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we plan on making it unique so you have your own environments to practice in. So it's not going to be just the grassy field. It's whatever graphic design.
Why wouldn't a videotape work, just a videotape?
Videotape itself.
A videotape of what?
Just videotape me doing my exercise.
Well, here's why. If you're
Yeah, but
spending an hour, 2 hours, so I apologize, ma'am, go ahead.
It's gonna feed back to the physical therapist, that's the big deal.
Live, right?
Live,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the parts
yeah,
that
it's
are
gonna go
incorrectly
right
done
back to
will
the,
be highlighted for the doctor.
And the-
rather
and
than
actually
him
the
spending
patient's
an hour
getting
watching
monitored,
personal video.
you know? And you know, it's like if somebody's watching you,
Wait, no, I'm
you're
just,
gonna do it and
To
progress.
clarify,
I'm
this
just
is
being frank, I'm just.
this is not
Yeah.
what the PT is going to see. This is what the PT is going to see.
Like, yeah, this is like the amount of data that's going to be available for the PT. And they'll be able to rotate it around so they'll get a
And that's
360.
enough for the PT to see
Yes.
whether it's right or wrong.
They can
Yes.
see angles and stuff.
Yeah,
You're
this
gonna get
goes
heart rate,
360
all this-
degrees.
all the
Yep.
things that they're gonna be monitoring, just in case somebody has a heart condition, and
Yep.
they're gonna not wanna see them overly exert if they're on Coumadin, you know, all this.
Yep, and also with the facial expressions and heartbeat, let's say they're doing an exercise and they start getting pain, they might not tell the doctor about it, but the kinetic sensor will see an increased heart rate, maybe a change
How?
of
I mean,
expression.
when they're there, what is
With
gonna,
1 minute.
the camera, you're saying, is not gonna be sensors or anything
Nope,
like that?
no sensors.
Nope, it's all using the camera, because the camera, it's all
So
visual.
it's infrared type?
It's
Yep, it
infrared
has
camera.
infrared technology on it. It uses time of flight for the depth tracking. So every dot you see on there, that has a value of depth for it. But with the color camera, it's just the spectrum of light it can see. It's able to just see like pigment changes that the human eye can't, and those are affected by blood. But the facial recognition, if you combine both of those, you can come up with algorithms to detect things like pain.
Isn't this used in the security services as we go through certain areas of airports with the pigmentation and that type of stuff?
Yeah,
Isn't it the
it
same?
is.
It
Yeah,
is.
because it shoots infrared light, and if there's any metals or any other substances, what
Right.
it does, it bounces off and causes a refraction. This is the same thing with this, except the light is a shorter wave. So it allows you to pick up pigments on your face
All
already.
right. Okay, that's what I was trying to get. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Very good job.
great
Thank you.
job, great job.
Good job.
Thank you very much.